You can find some help in the Life Raft. You're never by yourself in the Life Raft. When you're sick, when you're scared, it's nice to know someone who cares in the same boat. Yeah, hope floats in the Life Raft.
Very, very special award. There are going to be a number given out tonight, but this will be the first. And we've created something to honor this occasion of 10 years. This is one of those times in history when the pharmaceutical world and the patient world and the research world and the clinical world all got it right. Doesn't happen too often. And we have a group of people in this room who benefited as a result. But many of the people who are not in this room, the grandchildren, the children, the generations that have a grandmother alive or a husband alive or a wife alive, have benefited as a result. So our staff came up with this incredible award to induct people into the 2010 GIST Hall of Fame. And the very first person we're going to induct is Dr. Dan Vasella. And like Jocelyn said, he is our new best friend.
Thank you, Norman. Earlier, Norman presented to Dr. Vasella. He actually was the first inductee into the GIST Hall of Fame. We have a few more people that are here tonight that we're going to induct. And some people, Norman, I guess we're not reading those people off that are not here. But there are other people that are not here, but we're just going to introduce the people and just say a little bit about them. So as each person's introduced, would you please come up and receive your award? For his research and clinical interest, which have focused on the translation of scientific discoveries into targeted drugs, this work has led to the development of Gleevec as an effective treatment for GIST. Dr. George Dimitri. For his part in the development of novel methods for rapid profiling of tyrosine kinase activation in frozen human tumors, techniques which have identified effective therapeutic targets in several types of sarcomas, including GIST, Dr. Jonathan Fletcher.
Sorry. Wrong way.
You've got to tell them what these are. I can't see this. There's cute little life rafts in this.
There's actually a vest. There's a raft and a vest.
They're like adorable.
Yeah. Norman, did you design these?
It's really good.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to see if he would take the credit. For the creation of ACOR, the Association of Cancer Online Resources, the largest online social network for cancer patients, composed of close to 200 separate online support groups for individuals with cancer. Gilles Friedman. For her work in leading the development of the Novartis Medical Affairs Program, which resulted in many key studies, some of which have provided the data for new indications for Gleevec, including I don't know what that is, Norman, I'm sorry, and adjuvant GIST, Dr. Laurie Letvak. For her part as one of the 4 principal investigators for the U.S.-Finnish B2222 trial of STI 571, now known as Gleevec, Dr. Margaret von Meren. For his efforts in setting up the National Institute of Health Pediatric and Wild-Type GIST Clinic, which provides valuable resources for pediatric GIST patients, Dr. Soo-Young Kim. For her role as U.S. President for Pfizer's Oncology Business Unit, where she leads sales, marketing, access, and field operations for Pfizer's cancer portfolio, including Sutent, Ms. Liz Barrett. For his work overseeing the clinical development of Sutent from the first in human studies to marketing approval in GIST, Mr. Carlo Bello. For his work collaborating with Sugen in the clinical investigations of their early generation receptor tyrosine kinase inhibitors, as well as coordinating and executing the initial SU 011248 clinical development plan, Dr. Darrell Cohen. For his role in founding Sugen, a company whose research efforts eventually led to the creation of Sutent, Mr. Stephen Evans Frigg. For their work in helping thousands of patients receive better treatments, better access, and direction in their care, the GIST patient advocacy groups of the world. And we will present certificates to them. Representing Italy, Anne Costato.
It's a surprise. She said this is a surprise. It is.
I am not reading the names of the organizations because I don't want to mess them up. I think I could do the Spanish, but not the French and the Swiss. From Venezuela, representing Venezuela, Maria Isabel Gomez de Soriano. Representing France, Estelle Leconte. Representing Mexico, Rodrigo Salas. From the Dominican Republic, Alejandro Miranda.
Good surprise. Take a picture. No.
From the United States, the Just Cancer Research Fund, Tanya and Robert Stutman.
Take one more just in case. I can move it.
Norman gets a pretty woman next to him and he doesn't want to let her go. From Japan, Sumito Nishidati. Representing Latin America, Virginia Ossio. From the Life Raft Group Canada, Dr. David Josephi. They have the coolest logo. They have the Life Raft with a little maple leaf on it. So. From Israel, Rachel Nizenholt Gano. If I said that right. From the Global GIST Network, Michael Giuseppe. From GSI, Brian McBride. From Switzerland, Helga Schnurf. I realized that I forgot, and I apologize, one other entrant into the GIST Hall of Fame for his work leading research efforts for oncology programs, including suit and research development activities in GIST, Dr. James Christensen. And last but not least, representing the United States and the Life Raft Group, and he's going to be surprised because he's going to think we were calling him, it goes to Norman Scherzer. The group. I think pretty much all the talent in the world is standing on this stage right, other than me, on this stage right now. And I know Norman would like to say a few words, and he's going to introduce something special to you. Again, thank you to all these people. One more round of applause, please.
You can find some help in the Life Raft. You're never by yourself.